Last video we have studied the list, and we defined the list as list is a compound data type used to group together of other values. List item need not have the same type. Okay, a list contains the syntax of a list will be a list contains items separated by a comma and enclosed within a square bracket. And we have studied how this a list will create list. Let's say we have created list like fruit, and fruit will be the syntax of fruit will be like the list name, that is fruit, and inside the square bracket we just write within a single inverted comma we have written like apple, then comma orange. Likewise we have created a list, and if you want to access the list we just write fruit, the list name, and hit enter, you will get the value of apple, orange. Then we have studied how to find the length, numbers of contents in a list. Then we have studied how to access each individual items of the list. Then we have studied how to add some items in a pre-existing list, then how to delete or remove one item from a pre-existing list, then how to join two lists. Okay, so how to combine two lists. Then we have studied how we can give different kind of data types like you can say integer, float, then long, then your characters, everything together in a single list. That means it is very clear from this like in a list may or may not have a similar kind of data type. That means if you define integer as a list, you can define the items as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an integer, or you can define 1.5, 2.5, 5.5. Okay, that means each individual list may contain different kind of data type. Okay, then we have studied how to change the individual elements of a list, then and many more things we have studied. So in this lecture we are going to study the tuples. What is the difference between list and tuples? Actually, if you go to study the tuples, tuple is nothing but a list. Yes, completely same. If everything completely same remains same, then why you are studying separately as a list and why separately as tuples? Yes, but there is small change. This is there. I told you a list. List cannot be. List can be editable. Okay, that means you can edit the list. But tuple is such kind of list where you cannot able to edit. So let's say you are writing an application. Okay, and you are typing the application in Microsoft Word, and you are getting a printout. If Microsoft Word copy is a list, then your printout will be the tuples. That means if you want to edit, you can edit in the Microsoft Word format, but if you want to edit, you can edit in the Microsoft Word, but you cannot able to edit in the printout. Okay, that means in printout you cannot able to edit. Likewise, in tuples is such kind of list where you cannot able to edit or something. So definition of tuple says that a tuples is a sequence data type that is similar to the list. I told you this. A tuple consists of a numbers of values which is separated by comma and enclosed within the parenthesis. Okay, so a small difference is there. In a list, the items or values are separated by comma and enclosed within a square bracket, but in tuples the values are separated by comma, okay, and enclosed within the parenthesis. Unlike list, the element of tuple cannot be changed, so tuple can be thought of an read-only list. So as you know that read-only memory, and that is called RAM in the computer system. That means whatever actually pre-written you could not able to change or edit. Likewise, we can say the tuple is a read only list. So what is already saved or what is already created, that could not be able to edited. Okay, a simple a simple tuples can be created as the syntax of a tuple, like tuple name is equal to within the parenthesis, and inside the values should be separated by comma and double square bracket. Okay, let's say I am creating a tuple as again same as fruit. Okay, I took this fruit is equal to let's say apple, comma, mango, comma, banana, comma, pineapple. Okay, so this is my tuple, and when I hit enter, I get that it's a syntax error. Okay, invalid syntax. Where the invalid goes? The invalid goes here. Instead of a comma, I wrote a full stop. Let's do it again. I just remove the comma and put a full stop. I remove the full stop and put a comma. Then I hit enter. What I get? I get a fruit. And hit enter. I'll find fruit is equal to apple, mango, banana, pineapple. Let's see. In previous, I have already defined fruit as apple and orange. And here again I define fruit as apple, mango, banana and pineapple. So what is the difference between these two? See, fruit is a variable, here fruit is a variable. Okay, fine. But here fruit is defined within a square bracket, here within the parenthesis. That means here the fruit is treated as a list, but here the fruit is listed as a tuple. Okay, or treated as a tuple. And now previously fruit is a list, but the list contained this one. That means fruit actually a variable. And now what I do, I change the variable as a tuple, not as a list. Okay, as I change, as I edit the variable quality, then the content also change. So this list content actually removed, and a new content of fruit is created, that is as a tuple. Okay, or I can also define like vegetables. Veg is equal to, within the parenthesis I have written potato, then comma, tomato, then comma, onion, okay, comma, then like let's say brinjal. Okay, so these are the content. I mean, I have the 4 content in the vegetable, and vegetable is a unknown. I mean, vegetable is a variable of which one? It is a tuple variable. Okay, once I hit enter, I get next line of command. That means this syntax is actually a correct syntax. Okay, then I want to find what is the type of this data base. I mean, I have just written VES. Let me edit this. How to edit? Just copy paste and edit this. Okay, hit enter. So now my base becomes this one. I do not know what is the type of this base. So what I do, simple command, you know, type, type, within parenthesis you should write what? VEG. That means the variable name. And once you hit enter, it says that veg is a tuple. How does this computer know that veg is a tuple? Because when you type this command, I mean when you type the syntax, the computer actually search what is the syntax of veg, what is actually defined. Okay, I define veg is equal to within the parenthesis, that means it must be a tuple. If it is defined within the square bracket, it must be a list. Okay, so these are the things. Then how to find how many contents are there inside the tuple? Simple, you find the length, len. I told you from the beginning, length of veg, veg, and hit enter, you will get 4. That means there are 4 numbers of content inside the veg tuple. Okay. So how to find individual items of a tuple? Okay, you just write veg within the square bracket 0. 0 means the 0th item in the list, I mean 0th item in the tuple, which is nothing but the potato. Potato is a 0th item, tomato first item, onion second item, brinjal third item. So when you type veg of 0 and hit enter, you will get the potato as usual, nothing new. And when you type like you say veg of 2 semicolon 2 colon and hit enter, what you get? You will get onion and brinjal. What is that? What this command means? This command means from starting from second variable till last variable, I mean starting from the second content till the last content in the tuple, it will be printed. So as you know that potato is the first content, and potato is the 0th content, tomato is the first content, onion is the second content, so onion is printed first, then last will be the brinjal and brinjal will be printed. If there are more numbers of items in this list, I mean in this tuple, then that could be printed here. Or if you just type like veg of veg of colon and 2, that means it will start from 0 and end with second item. So once you hit enter, it will go for potato and tomato. It has started from 0 and go to 1, and is here we have ended this command, so we will get the output as potato and tomato. Okay. Then I just want to add veg 1, veg 1, that means I just created another tuple which is nothing but veg 1, and it will be created like this within the parenthesis, and it will be carrot, carrot. Carrot. The second will be the, let's say your radish. Okay, and it will go for third, just say what is that, cauliflower, cabbage. So let's say these are 3 items in the vegetable 1 list. So when you type veg1, you will find these are the 3 items in the list. Again, if you want to find the length of this list, how to find? Simple, just to find len and length of this list. Which list? Veg of 1, and you will find that length of veg 1 will be 3. And as usual, you can access each individual items using these command veg 0, veg 1 0, veg 2 0, and all those things. And if I want to join these 2 tuples, likewise yesterday I told in the last video I have told you how to join 2 different lists. That means you create one list, then equal to the first list plus second list, just like algebraic addition. Similarly here you can create tables, tables. This is a new list or new variable. This is nothing but veg plus veg1. Simple. And hit enter. If you want to find what is the content in tables now, tables, and hit enter, you will find, okay, I just type spelling mistake, eatables, tables, and hit enter. You will see that tables contain potato, tomato, onion, and brinjal. This is the content of tuple 1. then carrot, radish and cabbage is the content of base 2, I mean tuple 2. Okay, so this is all about the tuples. I repeat, there is nothing much difference between list and tuple, but syntax must be different, because as list is different and tuple is different, then syntax must be different. And in the list can be defined as list name is equal to within the square bracket, and you are writing all this content separated by a comma with single inverted comma. And in the ways, I mean in the tuples, the syntax will be tuples name is equal to within the parenthesis all the content will be separated by a comma within two inverted comma. Okay, so this is all about the tuples. Okay, let us study about the type conversion. What is that a type conversion? Type conversion is if I define a data type as an integer and I want to change the data type as a float, that is called type conversion. You are in one type, and just like when you come to engineering, you join in electrical branch and you do not want to study electrical branch, and you find there is a vacant seat in a mechanical branch, you just change to mechanical branch. That is called conversion. Your type is converted. Why there is a need of type conversion? So you should know that, na? So why, as I give example, you are converting from electrical to mechanical department. Why? Because you are not compatible to electrical and you are not confident about your electrical engineering. That is why you are changing your type. Similarly, if I define a as an integer and for some reason in between my program I need a as a float, then there we can actually convert our type or type conversion needed. But remember, type converted for the use. Okay, if you want to use the same thing in different data type, that can be done, but the parent type is remain same. What it explain that? What it say? Let's a is equal to 10,000. Okay, and the type of a is nothing but integer. Clear? And for some reason I need a as a string. What should I do? str, simple command, string of a. Just convert a into string, and if I use that, I get as a string. See, string should be defined within a single inverted comma, and it was in here. Okay, but now if here you can see a is converted into string. Okay, that means for my use I converted integer into string. Okay, fine, I am using a as a string now. Still, if I want to find what is the data type of a, then it will show the integer, because parent data type will not be derived. Okay, but if you want to use with different data type, you can convert it and use it, but you cannot able to change the parent one. Now it is say you just type 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 of a, and you see that it is still integer, it has not been changed yet. Okay, that means for your use you change as a string, but the beginning what we defined, that is not be changed yet. Okay, but if I just want to find what is a is equal to, you just see a is equal to same integer. Okay, it is not converted into float, but for a particular line, for a particular program, when you evaluate this program, when the program is evoked, that time it is a string. Okay, and after that it remain as it is. Okay, just now if I want to change a string, I mean you just define b as a string, as like a you can say 2003. Okay, b is defined as 2003 inside a double inverted comma, and I just want to see what the type, type of b, and it say it is a string. Fine, now b is a string. If I want to change b as integer, I just write int of b, and you see that when you okay, just before that I just make it clear that I have defined b as a string within inverted comma, I mean within two inverted comma, and if I want to find what the value of b, then it will become as 2003 and within single inverted comma. I told you when I define a string, the string should be defined as string name is equal to within two inverted comma the string name, okay, and the output will come as string placed inside a single inverted comma, which is nothing but like this. This is the command, I mean this is syntax. String name is b is equal to, this is the string and within two double inverted comma, and when I get output I get the same string with one, I mean single inverted comma. Okay, clear? Then now I just want to convert this string into integer. I just type int of b and hit enter. I will see this single inverted comma is now removed and I get the output as 2003 as an integer. Similarly, if I want to make it float, float, float of b, I see that this inverted comma, the single inverted comma will remove. With that, I am getting 2003.0 as like this. Now it becomes a floating point. Again, if I want to find what is the type of b, I just type 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 of b and I get answer as it is a string. Okay, because you can say, sir, I have changed the type here float, I have changed the type here integer, then still it comes a string. Why? I told you previously and I am saying you again, where you need as a integer you can get, where you need as a float you can get, but after getting also your parent declaration will not be changed. You have declared here as a list, that list remain constant. Okay, you clear for that? Okay, again you just want to convert into long. Okay, long, long of b, you see that it will come 2003 L, capital L, that means it is a long data type. Now if I want to convert a string into a list, okay, what just recall how to define a string. The syntax of a string will be string name is equal to within two inverted comma the content, like this. String s is equal to within two inverted comma, I just write a, e, I, o, u, all the vowels, a, e, I, o, u. Okay, so this is a string. So if I want to find what is s is equal to string a, e, I, o, u within single inverted comma. Clear and fine? And if I want to find what is the type of s, just type 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 of s, I'll get as type of s is equal to string. Clear now? If I want to convert it into a list, what is the list? List say that the content will comes as a individual thing separated by comma within a square bracket with inverted comma. Yes or no? Simple, just type list. Okay, list of s, hit enter. You see that I am getting a square bracket here, I am getting another square bracket here. Within the square bracket all the items will be separated by comma and all the items are encoded with a single inverted comma. Okay, you clear that now? So it is very clear that wherever you want to change the data type for your use, you can change, but after you changing the data type, the parent declared data type will not be changed, it will remain as it is. Clear? Okay, let's say you just convert to set. Okay, what is set? Set is also a data type, na? Let's say x is equal to, I define x as a list and list syntax will be x is equal to within square bracket all the things within a single inverted comma. Okay, you just write mango, then comma, okay, then apple, then comma, then banana, then comma, then just write some other again you write orange, okay, then comma, then again you just write same banana, because sometimes when you are preparing a list you may write the list twice, you may write the same items twice or thrice. It is a human behavior, na? You may forget all the things. That is why you are creating a list. Again, if you write the apple, so here it is clear that X contain 6 items, okay, that is mango, apple, banana, orange, again banana, again apple. So when you find what are the item of X, it will say all the items, because you do not know what are the items, whether they are same or different. It says that whatever X enter means whatever the content of X it will show, clear. But if I convert the string, if I convert the list into a set, if there is a copy file, that means if there is a copy content, that means if both the content are same, then it will be removed. I mean one content will be removed, okay. What is that? You just write ACT set of X, that means all are arranged together. So now you can see set, syntax of set is within parenthesis, all the list are there inside this, and you can see set contain orange, mango, apple and banana, okay. Why this 4? Because banana and apple, banana and apples actually defined twice, so one banana and one apple is actually removed, so it was showing that orange, mango, apple and banana, okay, clear guys. So this is all about your type conversions, and in this lecture we have studied 2 things, that is tuples and type conversion. In the next lecture we will study about the dictionaries, that is very important thing, so stay tuned. Thank you very much.